Welcome to the U. We'll be talking some Penn State news and James Franklin and his signature event.
And with some world and national news, we'll be talking about the Olympics and the really terrible hotel conditions.
And don't forget about entertainment. Biggest Loser winner for 2014. Did she lose too much weight?
I don't know. Stay tuned for some news up next on the U. Welcome back to the U. I'm Taylor Bisacki.
I'm Taylor Milano.
And I'm Frankie Greek.
We're going to get started with some Penn State news. So the women's volleyball team was honored in the U.S. Senate on Thursday.
I think that's so awesome and long overdue.
Yeah, completely. They, the U.S. Senator Pat Toomey and Bob Casey, they were saying really remarkable things about the team, and they were just so proud that.
And they're being honored for their 5th national championship. And I feel like we spend so much time at the school talking about the football program, whether they're doing good or bad, but I don't remember hearing very much about this team, and it's insane. After they beat Wisconsin,
especially since they ended the season with 34 wins and only 2 losses.
Wow,
how amazing is that?
I think it's well deserved, and I love how it's kind of like girl power almost. Like Mika Hancock was honored with the most outstanding player, which she's pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, I was saying before I am not a very good volleyball player, and watching her, I'm just like, hey,
Yeah.
Damn.
No, for sure.
The whole team is amazing. It's their 16th Big Ten conference title. So.
Yeah, that's insane. And Coach Russ Rose was the 2013 National Coach of the Year. That's insane. And this is the first time hearing about it. So long overdue, but definitely give this team props.
It's clearly a very skilled team.
Yeah.
And we also got some big hopes for Penn State football team because James Franklin is coming in, and he's coming
to dominate the
state. Yeah,
so
he introduced the 2014 class of recruits at the signature event.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how awesome was it being there?
Oh my God, it was insane. My favorite thing is that this was his first big thing with the entire community. He said time and again I want to be a man of the community. I will come to your birthday party and we will blow up balloons, and that's so awesome. But he was I want to make it a whiteout. This is gonna be our first whiteout, and it was a whiteout.
It just shows the not only his efforts in the community, but how accepting everyone is of him coming in, and how we really are truly one.
Yeah.
So
what I love about it is at first people thought he was all talk, invite me to your birthday party. If I see someone on the street, I'll say hi. Yeah. But he means it. This was the first time in Penn State football history that they did anything like this.
Yeah.
I thought it was so cool. I loved it.
You can definitely see he cares about the students. I mean, my friend always tweets at him, and he followed him back on Twitter.
Yeah, he followed our friend John on Twitter. That's so awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
I want a selfie with him. Everyone's been getting selfies
I know, because
with
he's
him.
totally
How do you
about
get a
getting
selfie
the
with
pictures with
Franklin?
him. Yeah, I know, right?
That's dope.
That's our next goal. But
Penn State bucket list. Before I graduate, I want a selfie with James Franklin.
It's pretty awesome because, not only does he care about the community, but he went through each and every one of the recruits. He went through 25 of the commitments, and he showed reels of their high school footage.
How crazy is
that? Personally talking about each one, saying how they fit with the team, how they fit with the team's plan. He's really making it about the players and not just about himself.
I love that.
He said, let's set this up, but he made it about the players.
And put yourself in the perspective of you are a rising freshman in college and you're playing for this Big Ten school, and all of a sudden you're standing in the middle of BJC and everyone's watching you. That's awesome. That's really awesome. And he just said we're not redshirting these guys. They're gonna be out there, they're gonna be playing, and we need their support. And I'm really excited for next year.
I mean, that's what I really like about him. He's brand new, but he isn't making it all about himself. He's making it about wait, look at these new guys. I picked them for a reason, and this is why. And I want you all to love them as much as I do. I like him. I really want to meet him.
Speaking of new and out-looking things, they're talking about some flying drones at Penn State.
When I first read this story, I was like, what is going on?
I was like, what's a drone?
Yeah. I felt dumb, but I looked it up too. And all it means is that it's an unmanned spacecraft, and then it's basically a little 2-pound airplane that flies by itself. And I know it's Dr. Jack Langlian and his team are working on it, and everyone was drones kind of have a bad rep.
They're spy machines.
Yeah, but they're using them to track weather patterns and the environmental changes, and trying to figure out how supercells turn into tornadoes. And I thought it was really interesting that they're modeling them based off of birds.
Yeah, because they said that birds follow the rising air or the climate and stuff. So that they're working on that technology to get the drones to be able to do that, which is pretty cool.
For sure. Yeah. And I think it's gonna be really interesting where this goes, and it's just cool to see that this is coming from Penn State. This is another cool thing that's putting us out.
Penn State's got a lot of things going on, but so does world and national news, so stay tuned on the U.
Hi, and welcome back to the U. We're going to get back rolling with some world and national news. Now let's talk about the Olympics.
The Olympics.
Yes.
I was so excited for the Olympics. Hockey's my favorite because,
I feel like the Winter Olympics is almost more exciting than the Summer
It
Olympics.
is.
And I don't know. I think it's probably because, especially like being in State College with how awful the weather's been, like you're just like at home and you're like, oh, I'm watching TV. But then you get to see like all these people in the Olympics doing
used to, like,
insane stuff.
I don't know about you guys, but I love the extreme sports stuff. So they have like the snowboarding, the skiing. I just love that stuff. They don't have anything like that.
I sit on my couch eating donuts. I'm just like,
but I think that we're having a better time watching the Olympics from the comfort of our own homes than the people who are actually there with their hotel conditions.
These poor news reporters. The hotel conditions are more than terrible.
Yeah.
Like they're it's almost comical at how terrible they really are.
Yeah.
Like there are tons of reporters tweeting all like these pictures.
Hilarious, but like obviously if we were
bad.
there, it wouldn't be funny, but the tweets are hilarious. Like at Stacy St. Clair, she said, "My hotel has no water. If restored, the front desk says do not use on your face because it contains something very dangerous. Hashtag Soki 2014." And then she later tweets, "Water restored, sorta. On the bright side, I now know what every dangerous face looks like." And then she
tweeted a picture
funny,
of
and
the water.
It was
like
bad.
apple juice.
She kept going, and it actually got me laughing because she was like, "I just washed my face with Evian, like I'm a Kardashian."
I saw that one too. That was really
so
funny. And it's insane because like how far in advance do like the countries get picked? It's 4 years, right?
Yeah.
They had 4 years to figure this out, and like there are hotels without lobbies. There are stray dogs running everywhere. Like the infrastructure of the city is like
still under
jacked
construction.
up. There's manholes that you could fall into. Like
I just want to know who decided to have them in Sochi. That's the most random place like ever. I don't know.
I didn't even, to be honest, like when I first heard Sochi, I was like, I didn't know where it was.
I didn't know where it was
my
either.
research,
And I mean, it's definitely a hot topic, especially with all of the flack that Russia's gotten lately for their like anti-gay propaganda law. In case you missed it, a few months ago, they outlawed any like LGBT. Anything that's like in support of that could be seen by minors, and like they worded the law so vaguely that pretty much you can't do anything like Facebook, anything like from your business. If you are in a same-sex relationship, PDA in public is outlawed, and a lot of people have a lot of really strong opinions about it.
Canada
and a lot of people were trying to get them to like protest the Olympics. But Canada went a different way with this.
It's pretty
with
funny.
their PSA. It was great.
They had 2 men preparing to do the luge, and they were kind of like, in the commercial, like thrusting with it. In the background is "Don't you want me, baby?" Yeah, it was actually really funny. And then it says on the screen, "The Olympics has always been a little gay. Let's fight to keep it that way." And I thought that was great. That was great.
So did I.
I love it. It's such a fun little clip, and it's so funny because so many people throw around gay and it's really like offensive, but they like twisted that around and used it in a way.
The way they played with it.
It wasn't like overly sexual or exaggerated or anything. Like if you watch the luge, like that's what
they do. It was just in slow motion, which I love.
They're just like really casually throwing shade on Russia, like like you guys are dumb.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
I mean, I thought it was funny and it was still appropriate and it was a nice message.
For sure.
Totally. I mean, everything going on in Russia now is pretty bad, but
making light of it.
I mean, I think that's great that they're doing that, but not really so funny, but it kind of is. Jamaica, poor Jamaica, the Jamaican bobsled team worked so hard to raise money just to get themselves to Sochi, and their equipment didn't come with them.
It didn't get there. They stood in the airport at the little carousels watching it going around.
That's like my worst nightmare.
It's everyone's worst nightmare, but then when you're like, oh, hey, I'm competing in the Olympics, like
it's pretty legit.
Yeah, and like they had to fight to get there because they made the trials. They had to raise $80,000 through a crowdfunding campaign. They ended up raising $130,000, which is amazing.
Great.
So then they get to Sochi and they have no equipment. And this is a track that they missed out on one practice day, which could make or break you.
It was on Wednesday.
Yeah, they missed out on that because they didn't have their own equipment.
Their equipment actually came, right around midnight on Wednesday, so they missed a day. But what was really cool was that the other countries were really willing to help them. They were going out their way, like, you know what, you can use some of our stuff. So they actually got to do some practice with, the other team's equipment. And I just thought that was great sportsmanship. You'd think with something like the Olympics, they'd be like, no.
I know.
Jamaica, that's our biggest competition.
Jamaica.
This is inspiring me to rewatch that Disney Channel movie, Cool Runnings.
Yes,
I've never seen it.
You've never seen
Tell me about
Runnings?
it. What is it?
It's about the Jamaican bobsled team and like how the Jamaican bobsled team. It's based off a true story of like how the Jamaican bobsled team came into being because like.
I haven't seen it in so long.
Bobsled isn't like a typical thing that you do in Jamaica,
sport, no,
it's cool. You should watch it. Everyone should watch it.
Yeah.
Another pretty awesome movie, not really with the Olympics, but Castaway. There's a real life Castaway. It's not Tom Hanks.
No,
but
this
it's
is for real.
Jose Salvador Alvarenga.
Yeah.
He was just like a few days ago, almost 2 weeks ago, I believe.
Yes.
He washed up on shore, and he's been missing for 13 months.
Yeah, so he's from El Salvador. He was working as an undocumented worker in Mexico. Him and another guy get on a boat to go hunting for sharks. They get caught up into a storm. They're lost at sea for 13 months.
But
over a year. Like, can you imagine what would you do when you were just floating in the middle of the ocean?
And they didn't even find a volleyball. They couldn't have listen.
They actually, but you know what? He did have a friend, but the friend actually starved to death because he said he refused to eat raw birds and raw turtles, which he said he was forced to push him overboard. But I know this is not the best thing to say, but did his friend really starve to death, or was it a part of survival? I'm just saying. Oh
my God.
I don't know, but this guy, unfortunately, he's not doing so hot now. Like, he came back and everyone was like, "Oh, you're back," and he was doing well, but now he's back in the hospital. So
they can't keep up with his health.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's a little depressing, but we'll be right back with some entertainment news.
Hey guys, welcome back to the U. So we're gonna get started on some entertainment news. So, guilty pleasure, reality television. The Biggest Loser just ended, and I love The Biggest Loser. I think it's really inspiring, and they like teach you, do a lot of cool stuff, like cool workouts, and I love their recipes. But anyway, so Rachel Fredrickson was this year's winner, and she's actually catching some flack for losing too much weight on The Biggest Loser, which I don't know. What do you guys think? I think this is ridiculous.
I mean, honestly, I think it's ridiculous, like, because they're giving these intense workouts, these intense diets, and, she goes home before the finale, they go home, and she keeps up with it, vamps it up. I feel like at that point, when you're that big, you are just determined. Once you're on your way, like, I think that it shows her drive, and I don't think it's really that bad of a thing that maybe she might be too skinny, but it's once she gets into normal life again and working all the time, she's gonna gain some weight back. But you know what? I think it's great of her. I mean, she started the show at 260 pounds, and now she lost 155 pounds, and at the finale, she weighed in at 105. Which is less than me, which is crazy. I don't remember the last time I weighed that.
5'5", so like put that in perspective.
And it's taller than me still, though. And it's taller than me.
She's not the tallest girl in the world. But no, I just think that this just proves that you can't please anyone. Because literally, I'm sure that if you were to just throw her picture up or whatever, people were like, "Oh, like she's so huge, she's so lazy, blah blah." And she even said herself, like she's a voiceover artist. So she does like voiceovers for I think like cartoons and commercials and things like that. And she works from home, so she was like, I would literally like sit on my couch, eat candy bars, and like do this. And now she like works while she's walking on a treadmill. You know what I mean? Like she went from having a very sedentary lifestyle to having a very active lifestyle. And like you just can't please anyone.
Yeah,
like,
honestly, like she's living a better, healthier lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I think it's ridiculous that people actually made rumors that she had an eating disorder.
Yeah,
and she
that's
said,
so hurtful.
Yeah, no, she said she didn't even hear of them, but like, come on, this woman starts out, she's a big girl. Yeah. Imagine how she's done all this hard work and now you're criticizing her.
Yeah, like you're hating her success.
Like, you're hating her because you wish you were like that.
Like she's in great shape. I wish I looked like that.
And then also people are saying that like Jillian Michaels and Bob Harper like had concerned looks on their face too.
Oh, they're just.
I think she was just like
Jillian Harper is not concerned about anything other than like how hardcore she is. So she's
pretty hardcore.
And they keep showing the same picture of her, and it's like from here up, and she like has her arm back like this,
like
and her arm looks really skinny. But if you look at like the whole thing from like the finale, like she's got muscle on her. Like you don't get muscle like that from having an eating disorder. You get it from working your butt off.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Rachel Fredrickson, congratulations to you.
You look great.
Yes, you look great.
Don't listen to
Keep
anyone.
doing what you're doing. So a little less happy news. Last Sunday, Philip Seymour Hoffman was found dead in his New York apartment, and since then it's kind of come out that this is from an apparent heroin overdose. He was found with a needle in his arm, and it's just insane, like how this has affected kind of like Hollywood and the entertainment community, because like Philip Seymour Hoffman is one of my favorite actors. He's really, really talented. Loved him. Like most recently, loved him in The Hunger Games. But as far as like Hollywood, he kind of flew under the radar. I feel like
I feel like it was after he won his Oscar, because he was in Capote, which I think is one of the most amazing movies ever, because I love that book in Cold Blood. So that movie was unbelievable, and he was perfect. I definitely think he was one of the best actors of like everyone's generation, really.
For sure.
But
really
he was so young. He was 46
years old, and that just goes to show like, you know, when you mix things like Hollywood, you hear a lot of that about these stories, and you know that lifestyle. It's just, I feel like it's hard to keep up with. There's always these other, you know, situations that you get into, and it is a very sad story.
Yeah, and he just like he's been so public with dealing with his addiction, and he's had an addiction to opiates for
Seems like
years.
He's been trying,
and
you know?
he did a 60-minute special a few years back where he talked about how like he kind of went through the worst of his addiction before he got famous and before like he had money and access to
that was
all
a lot
these
of people.
drugs.
Like Corey Monteith was the same exact way. It was right before he became famous.
Yeah, and they kind of deal with it. But like he even said, like having an opiate addiction, like it's something that you have to deal with every single day. It's not like you. Like, I feel like so many people have misconceptions about like you go to rehab, you come out and you're cured. And, But it's insane like how this has shocked the entertainment community, and so many people have been tweeting like such nice things about him, like how great he was to work with and everything. And so hopefully,
I loved him in Along Came Polly. I love that.
I love that movie.
When they're playing basketball, he goes like, "Oh, shot!" And
I think it'll be interesting what they do with the next Hunger Games too.
They said he had one more scene to film in like the part 2, but they said like with like the technology they have, they're going to be able to still film it.
Yeah.
But I thought he was great in that movie too.
Yeah.
He was a great actor, great person, and he had 2 little kids that he was supposed to go see that day, and they were like, "Where is he?" And then someone found him.
Goodness. All right, well, last one for today, and hopefully the last time we have to talk about this on the show. But Miss Miley Cyrus, everyone's favorite troublemaker, she tweeted a topless photo of herself, which I personally, am I the only one who doesn't think that this is a big deal? Like,
I don't think that's necessarily a big deal. I just can't stand her. I just don't like her.
Oh, really?
And I've said it 1,000,001 times, especially on the show. Everything she does is going to annoy me. Everything.
I mean, like, you know, like you said, it's not really a big deal, but
it's not.
I don't know if we're going to, like, it all gets into the touchy issues that I know, like, we're over that she worked with Disney, but the whole thing that maybe girls are still following her, but I don't know. That's just what makes it a little bit questionable, and I think that's why she's gotten so much criticism, because she came from Disney, and I think it'd be another story if she was any other Hollywood, you know, actress.
Oh, for sure, because you have girls out here doing all this. Like, think about, like, Natalia Kills and, like, all of those girls. Like, they're out here, like, they're showing skin, they're doing what they want to do. But that's how they came into this industry. But Miley, like, she was
Hannah Montana.
Yeah, she being Hannah Montana. But the photo is, like, a sneak peek from a photo shoot that she did for a magazine. And it's actually, like, I saw the picture, she tweeted it, and there's like a little heart covering like her actual breast, like you can't really see anything, but like she's laying, it's black and white photo, she has like a blonde bob wig on, and she's laying in bed with 2 guys, and like she's showing the least amount of skin. Like this girl's literally gone out in public wearing outfits that reveal more than this photo does, and everyone's freaking out. And
it's crazy, but the photos were for W Magazine, and then for the March social media issue. So I mean, like, it involves social media when she tweeted it. I mean,
exactly. Like I just constantly feel like Miley's one step ahead of us. Like she knows we're gonna freak out.
Doesn't
and
care.
That's why she does it.
She loves it though. I think she loves it.
Yeah.
I think she's
love-hate relationship with that girl.
She'll probably simmer down eventually.
All right. Well, hopefully next time we'll have something more to report on Miley. But thank you for joining us today. It's been a great show. I'm Frankie.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Taylor as well.
Have a great week.
Hi, and welcome to our Oscars segment. I'm Candace.
And I'm Taryn.
And I'm Megan.
I'm Courtney.
And I'm Kelsey.
And we're going to be talking about everything from the Oscars with fashion, best and worst dress. So let's get started.
Yes,
we have a very interesting list of people here to talk about.
We do.
Lupita Nyong'o in Prada. Gorgeous.
I like it. It's like such a pretty color. You don't like it?
I thought you said you didn't like it.
I like
He was
it.
gonna say
No.
I was like, no, we gotta go now.
Oh my god, it's so pretty, like the colors on her, and she's like, I feel like to wear a light color like that, you have to have darker skin or like be tan or something. It looks so good on her. Like
It's a nice contrast.
yeah, exactly.
The headband, though.
I didn't even notice the headband.
I think it made the thing.
I think
it made
the
this
headband
outfit.
made it.
Yes.
It just made
It's
it
like
come
really
alive.
girly and yeah,
Like
I
very
love it.
fairy-like. They described it
Yeah,
as
like a
like
fairy
ethereal.
tale.
Yeah.
She's
Of
just like the
course.
type of person, going back to what you were saying, who can literally wear any color
Oh,
ever. Like
nice.
she was wearing red, white. Now this color is just.
She would look
She's
good
my
in
new.
any of those.
Yeah, she would look good in anything.
She
pretty
would.
much.
She really would.
Okay, someone else who looks good in pretty much everything is Kate Blanchett wearing Giorgio Armani. I'm in love with this.
It's
I love
so
the new
pretty.
color. It's so pretty.
It's so pretty.
And I like the appliques. They kind of, I don't know if are they.
The texture.
Yeah, it's texture. Are they like flowers or butterflies? I couldn't really tell.
I think they're
Flowers,
flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wasn't-
really
love it.
I wasn't a
Bob.
fan.
I could tell.
Really?
I couldn't do it.
Why?
But yeah, what
I don't
do you
know.
about
Like
it?
she's been doing good the whole the whole awards season, but I just haven't liked almost anything that she's been in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are we looking at the same picture?
What I don't like about
that.
it is that I don't like when it blends too close to your skin tone.
It kind of looks like she's just wearing little mirrors on her skin,
She glued
like
each
little
other.
little popcorns on her skin.
I like how it just looks, it's just kind of ethereal, and then she has all of these flowers, and it doesn't, it looks like she's kind of not wearing anything.
It's
It's still gorgeous.
It's simple.
It's simple, yeah.
Simple. All
So
right.
next, Kate Hudson and Atelier Versace.
I love the
She was
color.
gorgeous.
Old Hollywood
Yes.
glam. Like the definition of old
Of
Hollywood,
Hollywood,
glam.
yeah,
to me.
of course. And the hair, like just the subtle wave side
Yeah.
sweep thing. Like,
Exactly. Like
I
the
think
hair
she-
and
yeah.
the makeup complement it.
I think she was the number one best dressed. Like definitely of the list that we have, she was by far the prettiest.
It is. It looks awesome. On
Yeah.
The thing that's interesting though to me is she wasn't nominated for an award. She was just presenting, I'm pretty sure. For me, I feel like if I was nominated for like Best Actress or something, this is the dress that I would wear.
Of course.
So part of me is kind of like I wish she saved that for maybe, hopefully when she would get nominated, but I mean, she's still rocking it. So.
Of course. Yes.
She'll have a better dress for when she's nominated.
True.
Yes. Just wait for it.
Okay, so next we have Jennifer Lawrence in Dior.
I mean, we have to talk about her. Did she end up winning one?
An Oscar?
She did.
No.
No, she didn't.
Win it. Okay. Well, it's
But
still
she still looks.
pops.
I think she looks
It's like
amazing.
the Hollywood thing. Yeah, she did stand out. Candace doesn't like it.
I wasn't a fan either. No, it looks like she's got like these big fat pockets
That's
on her
what I have
hips.
the problem with,
Right.
the sides.
If the
It's like
sides weren't there,
peplum.
it would look very sleek,
Very elegant.
very
sweet.
nice.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's
not
just
a
those.
full,
like the peplum.
I feel like the
Yeah.
peplum like makes it.
Yeah,
Is that
I-
even
And
a-
her like
so.
necklace, the like how it was dangling in the
She
back.
wore
Did you
it
guys see that?
backwards.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
so
She
nice.
did.
Yeah,
I didn't.
really
I
liked
didn't even
that.
see that.
Was it a low back? Is that why?
Yeah,
you see
it
the
pretty much
necklace?
had like
Okay.
no
No back.
back.
classy in the front, party in the back.
Of course. Oh no.
Okay, so on to the train wrecks of the night. We have Liza Minnelli, and we're not even going to say what she's wearing because who the heck cares? It's ugly. I'm sorry.
She's not even wearing a dress, is she?
It's a pants.
Hands.
It's
like
like a
a
diagonal.
curtain
It's like
that she-
diagonal though, so it's interesting.
I don't think she's wearing a bra either, but you know.
Ooh, that's
Oscars.
that's the
that
epitome. That's the epitome of worst dress is not wearing
I
a
feel the
bra.
opposite. I feel like at that age, you just
Let it all
let it all hang out. You, come on.
Alrighty then.
Okay, so
Okay.
I mean, I guess Elsa Pataki's letting it all hang out in this outfit too.
It's just cut in the wrong. Like it.
exactly.
It should be up higher. I don't know.
It's just
Like
cut
to
in the
drape
wrong
over
place.
her stomach.
Yeah. It
It's
just
not
cuts her
flattering.
and it
It's
makes
the
her
wrong
belly
cut.
look even bigger
Yeah.
and she should be accentuating it in a good way, like
Exactly.
Olivia Wilde and
Natalie Portman.
Yeah, like they always do when they're
Exactly.
pregnant.
Right.
It's just, I mean.
Whoops.
Yeah, of course.
And finally, the worst. Anna Kendrick, I'm sorry. This black dress is just washing her out, and then the random red in the middle. It looks like a bad prom dress. To me.
I thought it was
I dug
okay.
it so
I liked.
much.
Yes, thank you. I
Yes.
liked it. It was different.
It was definitely making
We've
me
seen worse than
like
this.
her.
We definitely have seen worse than Anna Kendrick's
True,
dress.
she's not the worst, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it.
Just is the center?
It's the
is what-
center
is
It's
part
what's
of
doing
everything.
it?
The center,
Everything.
the color, the bottom.
Do you like the
cut.
accessories though? How do you feel about those?
I'm just so distracted by the ugly red
It's right here. This is where the
mesh
focus
detailing
is.
that I just
it's
can't.
not
Really, I think my
bad.
focus is on the
Like,
diagonal thing
yeah,
right
the diag-
here.
I feel like she always has sort of a little gothic edge to
It is
her.
edgy. It's very edgy.
So it's not that surprising.
Which is also kind of fitting to her role in Pitch Perfect. She kind of plays that kind of punky, spunky
If you're gonna
girl.
wear dark colors though, and you're that skin tone, get a spray tan because it'll help.
It's true.
It'll
She's
help.
pretty.
True.
Yeah, it'll make it blend. I don't know. Look better. Sorry.
Okay, well that's all we have time for today. I'm Candace.
I'm Taryn.
I'm Megan.
I'm Courtney.
And I'm Kelsey.
Thanks for watching.